Right now at 10, 6 people are arrested after human remains are found at a residence in Jackson County. A death investigation is underway. And what's in the water? The town of Campbell gets a report about possible toxins in an underground aquifer. Plus, West Salem's police chief explains to the school board what the approval of an upcoming referendum could mean for the department.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. An investigation into human remains found at a Jackson County residence is underway. 6 people are in custody tonight in connection to the investigation. Last Thursday, Star Myers called police to report a missing person. The next day, the sheriff's office says they got a tip that the person was in fact dead and that the death involved foul play. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office, State Patrol, and State Crime Lab searched a property in the town of Manchester off County Highway O. Authorities say they found human remains, which are now being tested for identification. None of the 6 people arrested have any police charges against them that involved homicide or manslaughter. They have not been officially charged by a court yet. Jackson County Sheriff Dwayne Waldera says this is an isolated incident and there's no danger to the public. And the investigation is ongoing.
Well, kind of a gloomy start to the new work week across the region. Cloudy skies and chilly temperatures as well. Keep in mind our average high 44 degrees, but check out these highs today. 30 degrees in Eau Claire, La Crosse, Sparta, and Black River Falls. 32 in Winona, only upper 20s in Preston, Viroqua, and Decorah. Skies are currently clear. Now, that's not necessarily good news if you're not a fan of cold weather, because those temperatures are really going to plummet as this past weekend's snowmaker has now shifted well to the east. In fact, pretty good rain and snow event ongoing over parts of New England at this hour. Current temperatures 19 in Eau Claire. Look at Black River Falls, already down to 7. 19 in Sparta and Viroqua, still 22 here in La Crosse, and 29 in Prairie du Chien. So mostly clear and seasonably cold tonight. Average low is 25. We're going to be closer to 10 here in La Crosse. In fact, many spots slipping into the single digits. And our school cast for tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Still on the chilly side, though. 10 degrees at 7 a.m., 25 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs around 36 degrees. I'm keeping my eye on yet another sloppy storm system for later this week. I'll have the details coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things this evening, for more than 2 years, residents in the town of Campbell have been unable to drink their own tap water. That's because their groundwater is contaminated with man-made chemicals known as PFAS. Well, tonight, residents received some good news. News 8 Now's Dua Israr was at the U.S. Geological Survey meeting and explains how the town of Campbell may be closer to a solution. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, roughly 25 people attended the meeting in person, and all of them had one question. What's in our water? To their surprise, besides PFAS, the answer was not much.
It's something needs to be done, in my opinion.
Finding a solution to a problem can take time. For Town of Campbell residents, it's been over 2 years and they're still looking.
The people sitting here tonight, they just want to be able to turn on their tap.
Last October, the U.S. Geological Survey sampled 10 locations in the town of Campbell, but the focus of this study wasn't PFAS.
I wanted to hear what other contaminants might be in our water.
Supervisor 2 Lee Donahue says it's an important step to finding clean drinking water.
This tap water study helped us determine that there really weren't significant amounts of other toxins. Part of me is really relieved.
For residents like Wally Tulare, today's results are hopeful.
I was very encouraged to hear that the deep aquifer is so clean.
So while finding a solution may take time,
we will find out for certain what's there, if there are any PFAS, if there's anything else of concern.
For Town of Campbell residents, this is progress. Now that the residents know there are very few other toxins in the groundwater, there's potential that the deeper layers of aquifer may provide clean drinking water as a long-term solution.
And that would be good news for that entire community indeed. Thanks very much, Dua. The town of Campbell is drilling into those deeper levels to find out if they are free of PFAS, and if so, as Dua mentioned, it could be a long-term solution. Meanwhile, West Salem's chief of police says the village voting to pass the upcoming public safety referendum would make the community safer. Chief Kyle Holhausen says the 10 full-time officers on staff currently does not allow the department to cover the village 24/7. He says last year there were 35 days the police department didn't have an officer on duty. Now, the referendum this April asked the village for a $500,000 tax levy increase to hire 3 more police officers. And Holzhausen says one of those officers would be hired to address serious crimes.
That will make one of the 3 positions a dedicated investigator and help offset that workload on the rest of my staff.
Holzhausen says his department is facing large increases in sex crimes, assaults, drug overdoses, and internet crimes against kids. And they can't always count on the county sheriff's office because they're stretched thin as well. According to the village website, the $500,000 referendum would amount to a $114 a year property tax increase per $100,000 of property value. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers continued his budget touting tour in Holmen today. Holmen School District has a universal nutrition program which helps teach students healthy eating and provide good food during mealtimes. Now, part of the governor's budget plan is $120 million devoted to his Healthy Meals, Healthy Kids program. It would provide universal school breakfast and lunch to Wisconsin public school students. Evers says if lawmakers approve the funding, it'll impact hundreds of thousands of kids as well as Wisconsin's own food producers.
For the most part, a lot of the food that goes into food service programs comes from Wisconsin farmers, and we can make that even more important. And so I haven't heard any people say it's dead on arrival, so I guess it's still alive, and we're hopeful that we can get that through.
This is all part of the governor's plan to invest more than $2.6 billion in the state schools. It would be the largest investment in state history. Right now, Wisconsin lawmakers are working on adjusting the budget to present their own version of his plans. A scam targeting food share members is being investigated by Wisconsin's Department of Health Services. DHS is putting out an alert about fake text messages telling people to call a phone number to confirm their account and PIN numbers to avoid having benefits locked. The scammers can use this information to steal those benefits. If you think you've been affected by the scam, we have information about calling DHS on our website, news8000.com. Reminders for absentee voters in La Crosse. If you requested an absentee ballot for the upcoming April 4th election, your ballot is on its way. It's not too late to vote absentee. You can request a ballot until Thursday, March 30th. In-person absentee voting opens Tuesday, March 21st through the 31st. You can bring your filled out ballot to City Hall, but remember, you cannot use the drop box. Make sure to bring a photo ID to the polls or follow all instructions for mailing your ballot. Still ahead, a heads up for dog owners. A Purina prescription dog food is being recalled for having too much vitamin D. And reusable bags are handy, but are they reducing your environmental impact? A UN report says it depends on how often you use them.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. Clearview Cabinetry is now 11% off. Complete your project with countertops from Menards with elegant to everyday options and easy installation that you can do yourself. Get 11% off countertops and start your next project today, now at Menards.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
There's times when you don't hear things, you don't realize it. So that's when I first started wanting to get hearing aids. The customer service sold me. You have a problem, you can come in here and somebody's going to take care of you. A friend of mine was looking for a new place to go, and I recommended Better Hearing. I just told him the customer service is excellent. That's what keeps me coming back. It's a good place to come.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
There's an expansion to a recall on a prescription dog food from Purina. The brand's Pro Plan Veterinary Diets EL Elementary Dry Dog Food was initially recalled in early February because of high levels of vitamin D. The recall has been expanded to include more lots. Those with the food are encouraged to compare their bags' UPC and production codes with those on the FDA's recall website. No other Purina products are affected. A government watchdog says crash test dummies need to be more diverse. The Government Accountability Office released a report with issues they found with dummies used in the DOT's testing. They say replicas don't represent all demographics, including women and older individuals. They also note physiological differences between men and women on the models, as well as a limited range of body sizes. Many use reusable bags to reduce the environmental impact of plastic bags, but the trend is creating a new sustainability problem. Cloth or thick plastic reusable bags may have a higher carbon footprint than common thin plastic shopping bags. A United Nations report found that a thick plastic bag has to be used 10 to 20 times to make a difference compared to a single-use bag. And cotton bags have to be used more than 7,000 times to make it a truly environmentally friendly alternative to those single-use bags. It all boils down to this: try to reuse whatever bags you have at home as many times as you can. A good teacher can be the difference between a student passing and a student excelling. This month's top-notch teacher makes a point to be a good role model for his students both in the classroom and on the track.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We're getting rid of the storm system that brought the snow over the weekend off to our east, but already I'm tracking a lot of energy out to the west here. I'll let you know how it's going to impact our neck of the woods coming up with my 8-day forecast after the break.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Introducing the StarMark Composite Window, now available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. With its solid frame construction, this revolutionary window is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than the average vinyl window.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Receive a free triple paint upgrade on select windows and 24 months interest-free financing.
If you've had a classic Reuben before, then Arby's Reuben will taste quite familiar. But if you haven't, man, oh man, are you in for a wild ride? Arby's, we have the meats.
I love helping people get into a new home, whether it's a first home, moving to the area, or a forever home. I'm here to help from start to finish.
They actually worked with us with our existing home and selling that and getting us into a retirement home. They've given us all different options, what to go with and what is the best for us financially.
And they're so wonderful for working with us and figuring out what we needed to do and how fast we could do it.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives.
Visit Batteries Plus for free auto battery testing and installation. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
How teachers approach their subject in the classroom makes a difference in how well students retain the information. Clarity and command of the material is a must, of course, but we can all remember the teacher who went an extra step to make the learning process fun for us. And our latest top-notch teacher takes that approach every day, both in academics and extracurriculars. Each workday starts the same for Dan Rampenschreider.
Morning, Olivia.
And every class gets underway with a game.
Jordan is closer.
Where we have to guess like a country and like we have to guess a year for certain things, and it changes every day.
You got it.
Just really makes it fun.
A friendly and fun start is important for the social studies teacher now in his 4th year at Bangor Middle School, because he knows how powerful it can be. He originally grew up in Muskego, but right before starting high school,
me and my family moved up to Mauston, Wisconsin. That was tough for me.
Having to start his social circle from scratch as the new kid, but his Mauston teachers stepped up.
And they really made me feel like I was in the right place. So those teachers had a huge impact.
And those teachers inspired him to do the same.
I wanted to make sure that they could have an engaging experience and then, you know, have role models.
And what goes around really comes around. One of his Bangor students now is going through the same process as a new student.
It was a struggle, kind of like getting new friends and like meeting everyone, trying to fit in and everything, but he was like there.
Yeah, it's Andrew.
Rampant Schreider isn't just there in the classroom. He's out helping coach cross country and track.
He wants to connect with us more, you know, by doing cross country and track and all that. It really shows that he wants to be with us more, connect with us more.
The students really enjoy that. If they see you at a sporting event or a forensics event, if they just see you outside of the classroom, it shows that you care and appreciate what they do for the district.
He's even got signs of appreciation from students hanging on his wall.
So it kind of just started off a few of them, but I really feel like the kids, they see it and they come up to me with one and add it to the wall. So this has been probably going on for about 3 years now.
Showing how quickly a teacher can make an impact on so many students.
It's just that class that you're like, let's go, I get to go there every day.
Yeah, I think I am set in stone with this career. I'm so happy I chose it. I leave work every single day with a smile on my face.
Dan Rampentschreider, truly a top-notch teacher. Now, Rampentschreider also runs the 7th grade quiz bowl and will be coaching high school cross country next year for Bangor, and he's currently finishing up his master's degree in education. All right, time to switch things up. Talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Graw.
Well, I posed this graphic behind me on my Facebook page and asked a lot of you if you were sick of the snow yet. And it's funny because it's very typical for the upper Midwest. You get the snow in November and December, everybody's like, woo, like, you know, snow for the holidays, and then come March, everybody's pretty done with it.
We're tired.
I shouldn't say everybody, but most of you seem to be done with it. So this might be why you're kind of sick of the snow. Check out the totals and especially note the difference between this winter and last year. Now this is through today, March 13th, 53.7 inches of snow out at the La Crosse Airport. Average is 40 on the button there, so about 14 inches above average. But last year through this date, only 29.2 inches. So we've seen 2 feet more of snow this season compared to last year. Now Eau Claire, even more snow to the north, 71.3 inches for you. That is over 2 feet above your average of 45.7. And compare that to last year through today, 38.4. So you are 30 plus inches more in terms of snowfall this season compared to last winter. So it's been a rather snowy go of it across most of the upper Midwest this winter. All right, skies are clear. Chilly day, 30 was the high, 22 the low. Averages are 44 and 25. Remember this, 8 years ago? I sure do. I was out on the back deck in shorts. 71 degrees, the record high for today on this date 8 years ago. 22 degrees out at the airport, still 27 downtown. Winds are light, but enough to push our wind chill down to 16. Eau Claire, you're at 19 degrees, and your winds are light enough that the feels-like temperature is the same. So it's going to be cold tonight, especially for this time of year. Our average low is 25, and we are already below that in La Crosse. Look at Black River Falls at 7, 19 in Sparta, 18 in Viroqua, 19 in Eau Claire. Winds are light, so that's the sliver of good news, as wind chills won't be much colder as those winds continue to go about 5 miles per hour or less for most of the night. Look at these actual air temperatures though, single digits to around 10 for a low in much of La Crosse County. Some lower teens down to the south, but look at all the single digits barely above zero to the north and east. Some of you may be on either side of zero, especially along the I-94 corridor and up towards Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So we finally got rid of the cloud cover as our weekend system continues to pull off to the east, but a lot of energy out to the west. That's been a common theme the past several weeks, and this will organize into another fairly potent storm system. Now, not until Thursday. We'll be dry tomorrow and Wednesday, but by Thursday, a good chance of mainly rain is the way it's looking right now. So just clear skies tonight. Sky Tracker thinking that cold air, since it's so unseasonably cold, is going to be cloud cover, but it's clear out there. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, but still chilly. But notice how the winds kind of crank up from the south as we head into Wednesday. That's going to help warm temperatures back into the 40s for highs, so that'll feel a little bit better. Of course, it'll be a bit breezy though on Wednesday, making it feel a bit chillier than that. Speaking of chilly or downright cold, 10 degrees tonight, many spots in the single digits. For tomorrow, mostly sunny but still chilly. Highs around 36 degrees. Wednesday dry. 45, so milder, but then rain becomes likely heading into Thursday as temperatures will be well above freezing, but then a change over to snow in most spots Thursday night into Friday, which of course is St. Patrick's Day. Highs only around 33. Cloudy and cold Saturday. My goodness, 26 for the high, 34 on Sunday. Then astronomical spring starts next Monday, below average with a high of 39 degrees. It has definitely been kind of a slow start to the warmer season. A lot of times in March we get those warmer temperatures from time to time, but so far this year, not the case.
All right, and we're bouncing around those next 8 days temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Still ahead in sports, a busy week for a few of our boys basketball teams. 5 of them punching their ticket to the Kohl Center later this week for state. Rob was at Central today as the Riverhawks gear up for their 2nd straight trip. That story's next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
I see good people. I mean really good, hardworking people working 40 to 60 hours a week, up to 3,000 hours a year, only to break even every month financially. I don't like the word deserve, but I think in this case, you deserve better. You deserve a better monthly picture. You deserve a dignified retirement. Come see me. I can teach you how to get what you deserve.
Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a vacuum and I got us some toilet paper.
Well, let's give it a shot and see how it works.
I see trouble for these two. Oh, come on, junk.
Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a new vacuum and I got us some cat litter.
Will he ever learn?
And another one added to the pile. Honey, I'm home. And this time I went to A1 Vacuum.
My hero.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no. Really? No time in prison? I would say no. Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
2 of our girls basketball teams brought back some hardware over the weekend as both Aquinas and Blair Taylor returned home with the silver ball. And now the focus shifts to the boys' side, and the Coulee region has a lot to be proud of. 5 of our area teams earning a spot on the big stage in Madison later this week. We're going to start with the powerhouse in Division II. They are back for the 2nd straight season. La Crosse Central is heading to the state tournament. The Riverhawks have been on an absolute mission to Madison all season long, and Central continues to find ways to get it done. Senior Nick Williams hitting one of the biggest shots of the year against rival Onalaska in the regional round, a game winner in the final seconds against the Hilltoppers. And then this past weekend, Central storming back in the second half to take down New London as the Riverhawks punched their ticket for a 2nd straight state tourney appearance. Central came home with the silver ball last season, and I asked head coach Todd Fergutt today if there's any part of that journey that could be used as fuel for this year's squad. He says not at all. For this team, the goal is always just to play their best, and the stage and opponent won't affect that.
I don't know that last year, created any additional motivation for these guys. I think, each year they want to be the best they can be, and that's kind of the way we approach it. And really, we just try to have the kids, not make it too big. It's just a game. Enjoy it. Play hard. Compete. Do the best you can do, and whatever happens, as long as we give our best effort, we can live with it.
Love that. Fergutt and the Riverhawks will be ready to go Friday at the Kohl Center for the D2 semifinal against Whitnall. Let's take a look at how the rest of the schedule looks for our other teams making the trip to Madison on Thursday. West Salem getting the overall #1 seed in Division III. Panthers are back at state for the second straight season. They'll play #4 seed Milwaukee Academy of Science at 1:35 on Thursday. And how about this one in Division IV? Two of our local squads going at it in the semis. Luther and Whitehall squaring off on Thursday night. And in Division V, how about Royal? The Panthers getting a 4 seed. They'll play a matinee Friday morning against Newman Catholic. Staying with Central, but shifting over to the girls' side, Riverhawks senior Brittany Mislivicek being named to the WBCA Division II All-State Honorable Mention list on Monday. Mislivicek led Central in scoring at over 20 points a game. She was also second on the squad in rebounds at just under 7 a contest. The senior hit the 1,000-point milestone all the way back in December. Just a phenomenal career at Central, and now Brittany sets her sights on college. She'll be playing basketball at Michigan Tech next fall. NFL news now. We're all still waiting patiently to find out where Mr. Rogers is headed, but at least we know where Keyshawn Nixon will be, and that's returning kicks at Lambeau Field. The Packers signing Nixon to a 1-year, $6 million deal to stay in Green Bay. Nixon was an overnight sensation last season. Didn't get his first opportunity until week 6, but he made the most of it. Nixon still led the league in yards per kickoff return at just under 29. He also became the first Packers player to be an All-Pro on special teams since 1993. The free agency frenzy continuing on the Vikings side as well. Veteran cornerback Patrick Peterson is headed to Pittsburgh on a 2-year deal. The 8-time Pro Bowler and 3-time All-Pro spent the last 2 seasons in Minnesota, and Peterson had a resurgence with the Vikings last season. His 5 interceptions in 2022 was the second highest total for a season in his career. Peterson will turn 33 in the summer. He said he plans on playing 14 years in the NFL. He's already at 12, so this should be his final stop as he heads to the Steelers. But the talk of the town, especially here in La Crosse, is on where Aaron Rodgers will be headed. Yes. Will it be New York? Will he stay in Green Bay? Will he retire? Will he host Jeopardy? Yeah. I mean, there's so many options left. I don't know. We still don't know. There were reports today that the deal was done. Wasn't really from a trustworthy
reputable
reporter.
Yeah, not as reputable.
Where do you think? I mean, where's it going?
I think Aaron Rodgers, and again, this is just me, folks, but I think he likes the idea of being courted more than actually going somewhere else and kind of starting from scratch. And wherever he goes, the expectation is Aaron Rodgers will take us to a Super Bowl. Yeah. And that's a heavy expectation.
It's a lot of pressure, too.
Easier when you've been at an organization for 15+ years, and the expectation has kind of been there. So I think he does leave, though. Yeah. It feels like the end.
I guess we'll keep waiting.
We will, however long it takes. Right. Thanks, Rob. More news right after this.
Taco John's crispy fried chicken taco is as good as it gets. But if creamy Hatch chili-filled queso makes everything better, is this taco too good? You be the judge.
Try 2 new queso fried chicken tacos for $6 at Taco John's.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
For 25 years, Janet Protasewicz was a prosecutor, fighting for justice for victims of crime, helping people like her and him and them. She believes everyone deserves a safe community. As a judge, Janet upholds the Constitution, and she fiercely guards our rights. She believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. A common-sense, impartial judge who cares about us. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
A better bathroom now, a new shower or tub, beautiful easy care packages from Jacuzzi, solid surfaces by Karsten, full tile chosen from our huge selection. It's all here waiting for you to choose: fixtures, lighting, cabinets, sinks, and flooring. our designers to help you plan, our own carpenters, electrician, and plumber to complete your project, and the lowest prices of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Shake up how you wake up with a bolder breakfast at Taco John's. Hit snooze on the same old, and bite into crispy potato olays, bacon, and nacho cheese. It's always a good day for nacho cheese.
Get 2 mean potato breakfast burritos for just $6, only at Taco John's.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
At La Crosse's YMCA, feeding the community just got fresher. The Y cut the ribbon on its brand new walk-in cooler today, thanks to a donation from Rotary Lights. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen was there and explains how this new addition is helping the food program do more.
Good food feeds the soul. And for growing kids, a balanced diet is essential.
Making sure that they have full bellies so they can reach their full potential.
Food Program Director Courtney Kramalis says La Crosse's YMCA served the community over 200,000 healthy snacks and meals last year alone.
Just serving our community the best way that we can.
But something big was holding them back.
We had such restraints because we did not have the refrigerated space that we required for our program. So I had just told them, we want to be able to do so much more in this community than what we're already doing.
That's where Rotary Lights stepped in, quickly.
When Courtney tells her story and there's a huge need there, there's no reason to delay. I mean, we made our commitment.
Rotary gifted the Y $20,000 for a walk-in cooler.
Not sure how often ribbons are cut in honor of refrigeration, but for us, this is a really big deal.
Bringing fresher foods to families today.
In some cases, of course, it's the only meal they get or the only nutritious meal that they get.
That fuel matters, so this is a chance to give kids what they need. And it lifts a weight off of busy families.
The price of groceries is, as we all know, astronomical right now, so being able to just give them a little relief on our end is what we are hoping to do. So,
in La Crosse, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
This will especially help the YMCA's food program that includes the mobile market food pantry and the youth food program. We will be right back with a final check your forecast.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Get on the road, on the water, or off the beaten path with a vehicle loan from Ultra. Enjoy low rates, flexible terms, and no payments for 90 days. Apply from anywhere 24/7 with approvals in just minutes. Whether it's a car, truck, RV, boat, or motorcycle, we'll put you in the driver's seat with a monthly payment that fits your budget. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. It's go time. Take the next step and apply now at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Searching for gold at the end of the rainbow? Well, you can find it here at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale, where now through Sunday, you're gonna save some green. Get Shamrock with savings up to 60% off, plus 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. It's all here and it's all in stock and ready to be delivered. Let the shenanigans begin at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Don't miss it.
It's Hy-Vee's BOGO sale. One day only this Tuesday. Buy one 7-Up 6-pack, get one free. Buy one, get one free on Hy-Vee potato chips. Buy one, get one free on a 2-entree Hy-Vee Chinese meal. Buy one 24-pack of Hy-Vee purified water, get one free. Buy one, get one free on Hy-Vee cottage cheese. And buy one, get one free on Josie's Organics salads while supplies last. Don't miss Hy-Vee's BOGO sale this Tuesday, only at Hy-Vee.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Rather cold tonight. Lows in the single digits to lower teens, right around 10 in La Crosse. Might need an extra minute or two to scrape the car window this tomorrow morning if it's parked outside. Otherwise, lots of sun, but still chilly tomorrow, 36. Another system brings some rain on Thursday, changing to snow Thursday night and Friday.
Thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.